Good morning, it's November the 4th, Mr. Jones back again. So this morning my son's back in school, so back to the routine of getting up early. It's a cold grey day and we've had many days like this, and of course it's impacted my work on the garage, etc. I've also been travelling, so I haven't posted any videos for a while. I have, however, completed some work. I've done some work inside, which I'll talk about later, but the fascia has been sanded. I have not doubled the thickness of the fascia as I was going to. I'm going to extend the brackets on the gutter instead. So I kept the old fascia, I sanded it. I'm really not happy with the finish on it. It probably looks okay on camera. Up close it doesn't. I used Santex 10-year primer undercoat, which is like an oil-based paint, which I don't particularly like now because having to clean the brushes, but okay. Unfortunately, Santex don't have a dark enough grey, and I wanted basically anthracite. I wanted to complement the black guttering I'm going to put up, the square section guttering. I think it's going to look smart. So the only thing I could get was Wix exterior wood paint, which is a water-based paint. I wanted satin, and I applied this. I've applied 2 coats. It doesn't go on well at all. It's quite patchy. It just doesn't look too good. Anyway, most of it is going to be covered by the gutter, so I'm going to live with it. But for the door frames I'm going to put into the garage and to the shed, the frame is going to be in that same colour, and the doors are going to be natural wood colour to again complement and to pick up on the colour of the bricks. So I just cut what is going to be the top of the door frame. That's cut, and I primed it. Well, I was going to not prime it. I was going to use Dulux Weather Shield multi-surface, because this says it's quick dry, it covers in 2 coats, it's guaranteed for 6 years. You don't need to prime, you don't need to undercoat, you just need to apply this. And fine, and it goes on beautifully. Unfortunately, it's too light in colour. So my plan to go over the fascia with it as well has been aborted. However, having put a coat of this on the wood, when I applied the Wix anthracite over the top, it went on beautifully and it looks just fine. So the key to this now, I will use the remainder of this as an undercoat basically, and I will use the Wix as the top coat. So what else have I done? Well, I completed the step leading into the garage. I will show you in more detail now. I'm not happy with the job I did. I did it yesterday, and I'm really not happy with it. It's not as smooth as it should be. It just doesn't look right, and I think I made a classic mistake. I used a ready mixed concrete, and the aggregate in it is quite big, but actually the hole I had to fill along the bottom wasn't very deep. I think the cement mix was too chunky, the aggregate was too big, and it's made it very, very difficult to get a smooth finish. When I do the one on the shed, I'm going to use a coarse sand rather than aggregate, and I think that will give me a better finish. I also took the wood off a little bit too quickly and it sagged slightly. Not the end of the world, and when it dries I will trim it up a bit and sand it a little bit, and I will paint it again. It'll be painted in a grey colour, and so I'm sure it will not be noticeable, but it's not the perfect job, and I'll show you a bit more why I'm not happy after this. Yeah, so this is how the doorstep turned out. I think you can see it's not perfect. I'll zoom in a little bit so you can see it's not great on the top. I will be able to clean off some of where there's a little bit too much concrete down the way there. So I will clean that off and tidy it up, and I expect that when it's painted, it will look just fine. But not a job I am particularly proud of. But there you are. Not everything turns out perfectly, and I'm very happy with the rest of the work I've done so far. So today now I'm going to continue to make the door frame, get the wood cut. I've got the wood here, and I will probably start stripping out the shed door next to it, and then I'm going to construct the door custom built to size, and it's going to be made from my favorite decking. Anyway, that's it. I'll keep it short and maybe post something later on today.